welcome to Plant Fit Meg. Since I went plant-based in 2016, a lot has changed. My mindset around nutrition, food, fitness, it's all shifted quite a bit. And there are often times when I wish I had gone plant-based sooner, and there are certain things I wish I had known before I made the decision to go plant-based. So without further ado, here are the 5 things I wish I had known before I went plant-based. The food will taste good. It will taste very, very good. So I started with a juice fast, which I think really helped to reset my taste buds. It's not something that I would recommend for everyone. I don't think it is for everybody, but it really helped me to reset my palate. And I think from that point, any food that I was eating was really delicious. It was just really tasty. I was really skeptical about any recipes, any kitchen experiments. I was really unsure whether food would be enjoyable when I made the transition, and I was pleasantly surprised to find that the vast majority of the time when I would try something in the kitchen, it would turn out and it would way exceed my expectations. It would be awesome. It would be equal to or taste even better than my previous omnivorous food diet. It will get easier. So talking about being plant-based or about being vegan can be really difficult and can be really awkward and can stir up a lot of emotion in people, even when you're trying to be as calm and not pressuring anyone, not pushing anyone in any direction. People can get very defensive very easily. So I found those conversations at the beginning to be very tricky. I tried not to talk about my diet very much. I'm a people pleaser and I didn't want to offend anyone or come across as pushy or preaching or anything like that. And I made the decision to go vegan and to go plant-based for myself and for my health. And I was just doing what I thought was best for me, and I didn't necessarily feel the need to discuss it or debate it or anything like that. I definitely took the Dr. Doug Lisle approach when it came to having conversations about eating a plant-based diet, such as saying things like, oh, it's just something I'm trying out, or, you know, my doctor seems to think that it's okay, he isn't concerned, and, you know, I'm feeling good, it seems to be working for me. And that kind of took the pressure off when having those conversations about going plant-based. It will also get easier in terms of the actual transition into plant-based eating. So I thought that the transition to eating a plant-based diet would be very difficult, very challenging. I am not someone who enjoyed cooking at all. I hated cooking. I hated being in the kitchen. I spent the least amount of time there as possible. So when I decided to go plant-based, I knew that I would have to spend a lot more time in the kitchen, just preparing meals, making recipes, and you know, just preparing good, healthy foods. And it was a little tricky in the beginning for me just to get the hang of it, but very quickly I got into a good rhythm and a good routine of planning my meals and preparing my meals. It got easy really fast. That change of mindset from it being a big drag to being in the kitchen to actually starting to enjoy it, that happened very quickly for me. It will be fun. You'll start to enjoy cooking. I never thought that going plant-based would be fun. I decided to go plant-based originally for my health, and I just saw it as sort of a necessary thing to do that I felt strongly about for my health and to reduce disease risk. I didn't think of it as something that would be really fun to do. And so I thought of it more as a challenge and more as, you know, something that seemed necessary but would be difficult. And it's turned into something really, really fun. And I've done a lot of experimenting in the kitchen and coming up with my own meals and my own way of doing things. And it's really exciting and really fun. I also have a newfound love of cooking that I really don't think ever would have happened if I had not made the switch to a plant-based diet. I eat a broader variety of food now than I did before when I was eating an omnivorous diet. So it's really cool, and it's been really fun to experiment with new flavors, new ingredients, different recipes, lots of cool stuff. Whole food, plant-based diet equals the greatest health for me. So I've had chronic health issues since prior to going vegan, and after I went vegan, I continued to have issues. I did start quite solidly as a whole food plant-based eater, but gradually ended up adding more processed foods into my diet, which really negatively contributed to my health. So my health issues kept flaring up. I was very stressed out. I was feeling very down. I was not eating that whole food plant-based diet that I originally started with. So I wish I had known earlier that being consistent and sticking to a whole food plant-based diet would really help me regain my health and help me lose weight to the point that I'm at now, because I don't think I fully understood or appreciated that being closer to a whole food plant-based diet, as close as possible, whole food plant-based, no oil, would really allow me to regain my health in the best way possible. Consistency is key. So I was not, like I mentioned, I was not very consistent with consuming a whole food plant-based diet. And because of that, I ended up having my chronic health issues consistently flaring up. Once I was able to shift my focus and recommit to eating a fully whole food plant-based diet, I was able to regain my health in ways that I did not know were possible. I haven't had to take any medication in months. Being consistent was difficult until feeling true health and feeling good far outweighed the taste of processed foods. As much as I wish I had known these things prior to going plant-based, I can appreciate the journey that I've been on and the different stages that I've gone through in my journey to get to where I am today. I've come a long way from where I started, and although it took me a while to get there, I'm now enjoying the best health I've experienced in my entire life. And I'm having a lot of fun being a plant-based eater, being vegan, and now sharing it with you. I've learned so much, and I'm looking forward to continuing the journey and continuing to share it here. So if you'd like to see more from me, please subscribe below. You can check out my Instagram, website, and Facebook page, also linked below. And I will talk to you soon. Bye!